الله ربي واحد وأنا بذلك أشهد.
Vis-a-vis the program, We the People, Shahrukh Khan emphasized the need to explain Islam to other people. In this context, how is it incumbent on every Muslim to spread the message of Islam, and how?
Shahrukh Khan, as far as this question is concerned, he said it's required for the Muslims to explain Islam to others, and I agree with that. It's compulsory for every Muslim to convey the message of Islam. It is fard. It's mentioned several places of the Quran, including Surah Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 110, where it's mentioned in the Quran, Kuntum khaira ummatin ukhrijat linnas. Ye are the best of people evolved for mankind. The Muslims are called as the best of people. And the reason is given, because we enjoin what is good and forbid what is wrong. Ta'miruna bil ma'ruf wa tanhauna 'anil munkar wa tu'minuna billah. We are called as the best of people for the whole of humankind because we enjoin what is good and forbid what is wrong, and we believe in Allah. So the reason Almighty God is calling us the best amongst all the peoples is because we have to convey the message of truth. Call people towards the truth, enjoin them to the truth, and forbid them from doing wrong. So it's compulsory on the Muslims. And there are several other verses in the Quran, like Surah Al-Asr, chapter number 103, verse number 1 to 3, which says, one of the criteria to go to Jannah is to call people towards the truth.
Any brother? Yes, brother.
After the show, I read a comment on Twitter, on SRK, Shahrukh Khan's Twitter, that he said that post-show he had some discussion with you, and he has mentioned that after a post-show I had a discussion with Dr. Zakir Naik, and it was very enlightening. I would like to know what was that enlightening session with Dr. Shahrukh Khan.
Yes, after the show was over, I did chat with Shahrukh Khan for about half an hour. And it was a very good experience. I cannot discuss everything because many things were personal. So it would be wrong on me to say in public. I was meeting him for the first time. It was the first time I met him personally, though there are some common friends who are his friends and my friends. But this is the first time meeting him personally. And one thing is for sure, that I am happy that I maintained my policy of not to just rely on the news. But before the show, and which everyone may be aware, that it comes in the media, many people, many of my friends have told, you know, Shahrukh Khan is not a practicing Muslim and he's not happy to be a Muslim, and he normally gives comments against Islam, and he does this and that. I personally have not heard it personally on the television. I have not heard, because I watch television very little. But because it were comments, I followed the verse of the Quran. Quran says in Surah Hujurat, chapter 49, verse number 6, that whenever you get a message, check it up before you pass on to the third person. The same thing what I use, whether anyone asking comment, like Barakhadat asked me on Osama bin Laden, I said, I don't know. Same thing, even though hearing negative comments of Shahrukh Khan, I always said, Allah Alam. But what I heard him saying on the show, I'm not talking the chat after the show, what I heard him on the show, I felt, irrespective whether he's practicing or not, but his answers were far better than most of the Muslims on the show. Not counting, of course, Maulana Mahmud Madni, he's a close friend of mine. MashaAllah, he's a practicing Muslim. But leaving aside him, what answers he gave, compared to all the other Muslims on the show, his answers were more correct. And he rightly agreed, saying that, you know, that though he does film acting and singing and dancing, he says it is haram. That was good of him. And he says that he has less knowledge. But he also said that for correct knowledge, you should ask the scholars and the ulamas and the maulanas. So his answers were far superior than the other people who were Muslims in the talk show. And after the show, one comment I'd like to make, that while discussing on the issue of Muslim identity, he asked me, Dr. Zakir Naik, he said, Dr. Zakir Sahab, what is your view? How important is it to keep a beard and wear the cap? So giving an analogy, that it wasn't a talk show, there was no Barakhadat. So I could explain to Brother Shahrukh Khan more easily and, you know, without any interruption. So I told him that when you appear for an examination, there are some questions which have 1 mark, some questions have 10 marks, some questions have 20 marks. The Muslim identity, wearing the cap and the beard, though it's not of utmost importance, but it is important, it may carry maybe 1 mark. You know, behaving, practically being honest, speaking the truth, these points about Islam, the practice, may carry 10 marks, may carry 5 marks. So, though keeping a beard is not the most important, you can miss the 1 marks and concentrate on the 10 marks and 5 marks and 20 marks. But if someone wants to score distinction, he will try and even get this 1 mark. For example, when we appeared for the medical examination, we tried even to get that half mark because we want to score above 90. So when you want to score above 90, this is very important. Beard is important and cap is important. It's a part of the sunnah. But if someone doesn't keep a beard, you cannot say that he's not a Muslim. You cannot say he's not a Muslim, doesn't sport a beard or doesn't wear a cap. But, oh, you have given a very good analogy. So you like the example that it is important, but may carry 1 mark, 2 marks. The more important is the amal. The other things about being honest, about offering salah, not doing shirk. This is of more importance. And as I mentioned even in my answer to the talk show, that if a person does not keep a beard, it doesn't come in the 70 major sins. You know, there is a scholar by the name of Imam al-Dhahabi, and he has listed the 70 major sins in Islam. First being the shirk, then being murder, going down the line. But the beard doesn't appear. That does not mean it's not a sin. Some scholars say that it is a sunnah, mustahab. That's encouraging. Some scholars say that it is fard to keep a beard. But whatever it is, no one puts it in the major sin. Either it's a minor sin or it's a very important sunnah. So it's not part of the major sin. Hope that answers.
That's a good clarification. May we have my brother put forward this question. May we have your name and profession, please?
I'm Obed Khan. In that program on NDTV, Shahrukh Khan had made a comment that for a Muslim, to look like a Muslim is not important, but to feel like a Muslim is important. I would like to hear your comment on that.
To look like a Muslim, I would say, is not the most important. But to feel like a Muslim, again, feeling may be different as I gave the earlier answer. That being honest is more important than wearing a beard and wearing the cap. But being honest and wearing the cap and the beard is much better than only being honest without the beard. But a person who's proud to be a Muslim would always like to show that he's a Muslim. So if you're proud to be a Muslim, for example, when a person passes medical degree, you know, he becomes a doctor. When he gets MBBS degree, and he puts a doctor in front of his name. Why? Because he's proud to be a doctor. The person who's proud to be a Muslim, he would be proud to show that he's a Muslim. And this is one of the labels that the Muslim has. That is wearing a beard and wearing a cap. As I said that what he spoke about Islam was far better than most of the other Muslims in the show. And but natural, the view that the people normally have, I don't know what he is or not, but when I spoke to him after the show and what I heard the answer in the show, and when I spoke after the show, at least what I experienced, at least he is not at all feeling apology to be a Muslim. He is happy to be a Muslim, unlike what people portray. So at least my opinion about him, good, I did not agree with the opinion of the others. I may be wrong, people may know him better than me, I've only met him once, but what I heard live on the talk show, and what I had a discussion after the show, at least my opinion about him is that fine, he agrees he does something wrong, but he is proud to be a Muslim, and he would love to learn more about Islam, and that is what Islam always believes, that not to just hear what people say, but at least my opinion about him is that not what people talk about him. When I met him personally, he was a different person.
Yes, brother. Yeah, welcome.
Shahrukh Khan again and again, but of late I have observed that that is what he says, that he is offering namaz and he plans to go for Hajj inshallah this year. Was it, I don't know, it's because of interaction with you or what has made him, Allah has given him hidayah to pray namaz. Now he is often tweeting that I'm going for namaz. And he says that this year I intend to go for Hajj inshallah ta'ala. May Allah give him good hidayah.
I don't know, but I do know that there are common friends between him and me. And he has confessed with me that he has seen many of my DVDs. And pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that may give hidayah to all of us and may get us closer to the truth of Islam.